You're blaming women, but God always knew women was going to eat the fruit, right?
Yeah, but women choose to do it.
Cult of victimhood.
Doesn't have an argument. All he's got is snide comments. It's Bannon.
With regards to gender,
Men tell women what to do.
Correct.
That's pretty vague, bro.
It's not about malice toward your family. It's simply putting Jesus above them.
It says hate your father, mother, wife, and children, right?
Read the other line. Yeah.
I don't give a fuck about your Jew. I don't give a fuck about this at all.
You don't care about the rest of the context. You belong in a cross.
You belong in a gas chamber.
And you know every in and out of the...
Yeah, pretty much.
Stop kicking him.
Men are just genetically deformed.
When did you have anything interesting to say ever? You say the same shit over and over.
What are you doing in my room if you don't have to be here?
Jews are going to destroy the race because they're telling you that is bad.
Racism is bad because the kingdom of Christ is for all.
Yeah, exactly. You're going to go to heaven with a bunch of overthrow the patriarchy. I don't know anything about history because I refuse to read books written by men. Biology.
Is this like a power thing? Like, you like the power of it?
Did you hear what I just said at all?
Socialism is a necessary step towards
women's liberation.
Can we talk about men and women?
Yeah.
Would you say there's no contradictions in the Bible then? So everything
I'd
is the
rather
will of
not
God.
debate the British atheists. Let's talk about men and women.
You think a woman could carry a bazooka?
It's not all loving
to be
God.
fair, we can't expect a woman to understand this like very complicated notion. Like, this is very high level.
What? Slander a woman like that?
You're not
What is wrong with you, dude?
Women don't need men to hunt food for them. You think this is 500 BCE?
When my mom or dad try to teach me anything, it never goes well.
It's because you're a stubborn cunt.
The patriarchy.
Why would you choose the bear? Men aren't threatening at all.
Most people that come up with like one-off verses of any script for any scripture just haven't
You're
actually read it to begin
stupid.
with.
German Austria must be restored to the great German motherland. How do you feel about getting by a Jewish god?
That wouldn't be great.
Stupid incel. This
Jesus
was a Levantian.
is the incarnation of the eternal God.
According to Jews.
No, according to truth.
They were all rabbis, right? Jesus taught the Torah. Jesus taught the Torah. Do you know this?
And?
He was a rabbi.
No, he didn't just teach the Torah. It was the entirety of the Tanakh.
Yeah, so why would he teach Judaism?
He didn't teach Judaism. It was Christianity.
Well, he taught what he taught because the law is his law.
Oh, you know what? You're right. I'm gonna chop my baby's dick off and suck the blood.
Do you believe that God should have killed Hitler when he was a baby?
You should have not allowed Hitler to exist.
Sexism in the West is what has destroyed everything.
Every single pagan LARPer does the exact same thing.
You worship a Jew. You worship a Jew. Your salvation does not come from the Jews, according to your Bible.
They don't come from the Jews.
It says it specifically. John 4:22.
No, it doesn't.
Read your Bible. You think a woman could run the country?
Women under feminism have entered into a workforce where they're actually under the dictatorship of largely men, where men tell them what to do. They tell them where to go in the morning, tell them when to take their lunch breaks, tell them exactly what they're going to do for the day. So women are actually more enslaved now than they ever have been.
Christian God is Yahweh, and that is
Oh, that's fine. What God do you worship?
Odin.
Odin?
What did you say? What did you say?
The guy with the pet raven and a lost eye?
Yeah.
Okay, good luck with that.
If the patriarchy isn't systemic, why are you telling me it funded my gender studies degree? You think a woman can operate a drone in Russia?
Yeah, but do you see how benevolent the patriarchy is?
No.
Men only built civilization because they didn't let us do it.
Why do you ban everybody?
If a woman isn't a feminist, she'll be born in the next life as a man, and that's how men are made.
You're a human. Your mind's less than God. God is the all-knowing representation of a perfect good in this hypothetical that you don't believe in, right? So no matter what you think, you're wrong. You can't possibly be right where you go, oh, well, God should behave this way. God should do something differently. That's not how I would do it. Well, it doesn't matter.
They don't question anything, ever. Because God willed it.
Who are you to question God? Seriously, like
equality is when women get a bunch of handicaps.
You know, like how when you first get pregnant, and then they give you the list and saying, "Oh, your child is going to be susceptible to like all of these deformities and stuff," and you get the you get the idea to terminate. You get the chance to terminate the child, right?
Obviously,
that would be horrible.
Judaism isn't feminist because it's
communist.
Fuck you.
Yeah, fuck off.
A man who reads books might as well have a
You're supposed to be at war.
There could be some CEOs who want women on the board because they know that women are easily manipulatable and will conform to social pressure.
And what's the enforcement mechanism that the CEO uses?
If you don't do what you're told, you get fired.
I mean, being a academic of like a religion isn't really high IQ. You're just reading shit without thinking.
Oh, we're just here to prove you wrong, hammer worshiper.
Prove me what's wrong about a belief. It's hyperstition. It's not about true or false.
Well, your pantheon couldn't possibly.
I love
Why would you believe something absent of truth value?
Truth value?
It's about
you know what it is true? You know what is true? Christian countries getting overthrown by
He chooses to believe in that is just
Christian countries getting overthrown by women. That's true. Christian countries getting overthrown by Jews. That's also true.
Shut the fuck up. You want to believe in an ethnocentric God because it allows you to justify your racism, and that's
yeah, because white are f***ers.
Wow. Interesting. So edgy.
If humans can have the knowledge of understanding that if their child was born with this, they have like a chance of not faring out well in life, why can't God, an all-knowing and all-loving God that knows how the outcome of every child that's going to live, why would he still allow those children to exist?
Who are you to question God, by the way?
A human that he created.
Because I gave you the answer. Mission, right? Because it is good for beings to exist that have free will. That is the greatest good.
Can God not create free will in a different context?
If God exists, it doesn't matter.
If God is all-knowing,
free will when you don't have free will?
Yeah,
we talk about
if God exists, you couldn't possibly be correct.
If God is all...
Absolute moron.
You're dumb.
You think beyond moral
calm down.
No, because you're not understanding. If God can comprehend more than the human understanding, can he not do that?
You're Hispanic.
Can he create?
No, that would be P and not P. So yeah, I don't think God could. But...
You don't think God could?
No.
Let's talk about
granted, I'm not a Christian specifically, so maybe they'd have a different answer. I really doubt it, because from my understanding, both the Catholic and the Orthodoxy are not going to say God can break logic, because God is that.